Welcome to your first unit of the year. All right, for the next month or so, we're going to be talking about matter. We're going to be talking about what matter is, what it's made of, how we can describe it, what we can use it for, and what happens as it changes from a solid to a liquid to a gas. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is just what is matter. So you should go ahead and open up to page 2 in your notebook and copy down this graphic organizer. All right, today our title is What is Matter? We're going to be defining mass and volume. And then down here, I've got this graphic organizer where I have matter in the middle, and we're going to describe it in different ways. We're going to write a definition. We're going to include some characteristics, some examples, and some non-examples. So go ahead and pause this video, enter that into your notebook as neatly as you can, and then move on. Okay. So basically, if we look at the definition of matter, the scientific definition would say that matter is any substance that has mass and volume. Mass and volume, the two most important things in determining whether or not something is matter. As a fifth grader, we could define it as matter is anything that's made of stuff and takes up space. Okay, made of stuff and takes up space. So let's get into these a little bit. Now you'll notice that mass and volume have stars next to them. That means they're probably pretty important and you should put them in your notebook. So mass is that first part of what makes matter matter, right? Mass means how much stuff is in an object or a substance, right? We measure that by how much something weighs. This watermelon, for example, has more mass than the apple, right? It's made of more stuff. It's bigger, it weighs more, there's just more stuff to it. It's made of more particles, right? So it has more mass. Volume, on the other hand, is how much space an object or a substance takes up, not measured by weight, but measured by how big it is, right? How much space it takes up. So this house takes up a whole lot more space than this car, so we would say the house has more volume than the car. The house also has more mass than the car. And remember, you can pause this video at any time if you need to write down some notes. So all matter shares certain characteristics. This is going to go in your characteristics box, and this basically refers to traits that the matter has. What does all matter have in common? So first of all matter is made of tiny microscopic particles that we call atoms, right? This is the stuff we're talking about. All matter is made of stuff. In other words, all matter is made of these microscopic particles. Another characteristic is that different types of matter are made from different combinations of those atoms, right? Oxygen and hydrogen are both these particles, right? But they can combine to form H2O, which is water. Characteristic 3, matter can be either a solid, a liquid, or a gas, right? Baseball is a solid, the soda being poured into the glass is a liquid, and the air in these balloons is a gas. Okay, and finally, all matter has mass and volume, right? All matter is made of stuff and takes up space. Here's some examples of matter. Orange juice is matter, the glass is matter, ice cubes are matter, living things are matter. Pause this video for a second and see if you can come up with a few examples of your own. Write some more examples in that example box and then move on. How about some non-examples of matter? What are not examples of matter? Well, heat. I mean, we can feel heat and we can experience heat, but is heat made of stuff? Does it take up space? Not really, so it's not matter. Same goes for light. Just because I can see it doesn't mean it's matter. Light does not take up any space, and it doesn't weigh anything. It's not made of anything. And same goes for electricity, right? Other non-examples of matter might be like thoughts or feelings or concepts like democracy or economy or capitalism or money, right? Not the actual money you hold in your hand, but the idea of money. I wonder if you can come up with another example or two, or I should say another non-example. All right. Is air an example of matter? That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. So now you can move on to the next step in your Google Classroom.